Welcome to one more episode on the micro podcast Digital Transformation Industry 4.0. I am Vijay Gunti and I am the host. With me is Sir Professor C. Balasubramanyam, international trainer, smart grid and smart meter technology. He is a professional international trainer in smart grid and smart meter technology from BHEL with over 37 years of experience in various capacities and had a distinguished career in energy meter related projects from concept to commissioning, heading meter engineering, testing, quality, assurance, and project management. Welcome, sir, to the podcast. Can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, good morning, Gunti Vijay. I'm very happy. Uh, I'll be associating, with this podcast. Yes, I was in BHL for over 37 years, and I had extensive experience in respect of energy metering applications, and I have presented over 60 technical papers at international and national symposiums, and I have written about 110 articles in LinkedIn related to the energy management and energy metering systems. And I have presented these papers at various international symposiums like, the Glasgow Mates and also Malaysia, Indonesia, Mauritius, etc. I was I am also being invited by several institutions like the international institutions also and Indian institutions also to deliver lectures and also to train people with regards to the smart grids and smart meter applications. I am also a regular faculty in software companies like Honeywell, IBM, Ericsson, etc. And I have also conducted independent workshops at South Africa, Saudi Arabia on smart grids and smart metering philosophy. So with this, probably you can ask few questions related to today's environment and will be too happy to share my thoughts on the smart grids and smart meters. Over to Vijay.
Thank you very much, Balasubramaniam, giving a detailed insights about you. Welcome to the micro podcast once again on Digital Transformation Industry 4.0. So, how COVID-19, the current pandemic, will impact digital transformation, especially the smart meter business?
It's a very good question. Okay. So the COVID-19 crisis is an unprecedented one in the history of mankind and caught the entire world by a big unpleasant surprise. So the major challenge for the entire global economy was to sustain the business community and also continuously amidst the lockdown. Social distancing and other challenges are also involved here. While some organizations were better prepared, some bewildered initially but eventually tackled it. Rest grumbled and surrendered to the situation and waiting for it to get over. So there are some tenets of digital transformation that need to be dovetailed into the overall digital strategy to make sure better preparedness for future environment. Number one is online collaboration tool. So the organization need to identify, evaluate, and have the right mix of online collaboration tool for both employee and partners to be able to work remotely. While the big giants such as Google, Microsoft, Cisco, they are definitely the market leaders, but there are a lot of niche players also operating in this domain. The choice and selection, clarity, it all depends on the available budget and also the constraints. However, there should be a due consideration for the security and scalability before purchasing the subscription. So there should be at least a formal relationship with these providers by keeping a minimum number of licenses, and same can be augmented whenever a need arises. The second thing is revamping sales channels strategy. That is, COVID-19 lockdown and social distancing has already altered the consumer buying patterns and might further impact the longer run. So while some might further impact in a very big way, some continue in the same mode for a while, whereas the other want to switch back to the normal operation. The online channel, which has been a discretionary thing, on the brick and mortar companies so far, while it becomes one of the mandatory channels in future. So needless to say that this area will require a well-crafted digital strategy and also an investment procedure. So it could certainly be argued that a pandemic like this forces many people to work from home, and just the impetus on organization might need to convert as many of its operation to a virtual platform as possible. Then again, in the energy delivery space also, where utilities have already been slowly but surely digitizing their operations, investing in any new environmental condition is a costly upgrade of the time, and that could provide an impossibility for them to sustain. So that's what will make the data-driven digital utility to resort to online courses, online classes, online discussions.
Very
Okay.
nicely articulated, Balagaru. So, how do you think the COVID has affected the business models? The business models, especially in smart meters. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Very, very good question. Very relevant actually to the situation. So total smart meter shipment from 2019 to 2025 could fall by as much as around 28% approximately due to COVID-19. This is the worst case scenario. So at the same time, however, COVID-19 could drive more spend than ever before on beyond the meter software and services over the next 10 years. In the short term, the number of infections within the country is the largest factor in halting any mass rollout plan. But the pace of recovery is very strongly connected to the original drivers behind any smart meter rollout. Enforced legislation or organic investment opportunity. So depending upon the length of the lockdown, two potential scenarios could impact the top level shipment forecast in different ways. Yet despite slowdowns in hardware market, the pandemic might actually accelerate the adoption of software and services for the future requirement and their benefits actually. Over to you,
Ve-
sir.
Very well insights, good insights you have shared, and also right, absolutely the business models in smart meters, the need of the day. Can you also share some of your projects working and what are your experiences there?
Yeah, very nice. So currently we are providing online solutions in respect of advanced metering infrastructure, smart meter rollout software, design, communication, communication technology choices, etc. So India's power sector has traditionally been afflicted with the high distribution losses at the discom. So this needs digital platform to reduce the losses. There are several examples for this. One is in a smart meter analytics. The second thing is the MDMS, that is the meter data management system, which is a software actually. So this situation has aggravated even more in distribution companies, and they are now able to collect meter readings and bills physically also. However, the situation has been less gloomy with the advent situation such as smart metering philosophy, which have curtailed the losses for the distribution company that have adopted them. I will just quote an example here. In Uttar Pradesh, 95% of the smart meter consumers have been billed during the lockdown, as against just 29% for the rest. So this showcases a wide chasm between the smart meter users and otherwise, highlighting their remarkable efficacy. Smart meters are helping distribution company in handling this crisis very effectively by enabling auto collection of meters read over the air, reducing the need for manual intervention, and also remote connection, remote disconnection as per the state government utility practices. So the benefit of smart meters, for a beginning with a seamless online billing process, real-time tracking of the electricity usage, and reduction of billing errors, has cascaded down to the energy system value chain to the consumers as well. So the consumers have, for the first time, emerged as the focal point in the power sector scenario. So the ability to track their usage real time has translated into energy and capital savings for the consumers, along with the access to a new era of consumer management system. So in fact, we are working towards making it even better by building what is known as analytics to help consumers compare their energy usage pattern amongst similar consumers and provide them with information to reduce their usage and energy bills even further. So digital transformation is the process of using digital technology to create new or modify existing business scenario, business culture, and customer experience to meet challenges and changing business scenario in the market requirement. Smart grids and smart meters comes under this category. Okay, sir.
Very well said, right? I think absolutely whatever you have shared around it are very relevant in today's market, especially in the COVID, and will be definitely beneficial in the post-COVID scenarios also.
Okay.
So
Thank you,
also
sir.
you know, sir, like the digital emerging technologies, and then people are talking about more on this Internet of Things, artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
machine learning, and AR, VR, blockchain, and so many new technologies are coming in front. And
Yeah.
how do you see that all these digital emerging technologies play a role in Industry 4.0?
Yeah. Very nice question, actually. Okay. The recent advancements in technology, the increased dependence on electrical energy, and the emergence of the fourth industrial revolution, that is Industry 4.0, were all factors in the increased need for smart, efficient, reliable energy system. So this introduced the concept of smart grid, SG. So smart grid is a potential replacement for older power grid, capable of adapting and distributing energy based on demand. Smart grid systems are very complex in nature. They combine various intricate technologies, convergent technologies, components to have high requirements for real-time reliable operation. So digital technology attempts to provide an overview of smart grid systems by outlining smart grid architecture and various components. It also introduces communication technology, integration and network management tools that are involved in smart grid systems. In addition, the digital domain and platform challenges and issues that needs to be addressed for a successful implementation of smart grid domain. Along with the technologies such as the Internet of Things, the cloud, etc., software based algorithms such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and many simulation tools that empower the people and processes in a very big way. So it provides a holistic platform, a seamless relationship between the human and machine. And outcome of this particular relationship provide insights onto the behavioral pattern of operations and gives various prediction which helps in planning any risks for efficient business turnout.
Very true, very true. Absolutely, the utilities market, when you say the generation, transmission, distribution, retail, renewable energy, need to go and adopt these digital emerging technologies to drive through your digital transformation industry 4.0. Absolutely,
Yeah.
the need of the day.
Yes,
So
sir.
my next question is about, the students, professionals, and then they're coming into the new era, which are the new digital emerging technologies, the IT, OT, and there are new buzzwords coming. So what career opportunities you see, especially for the students and professionals in the next 5 years? And according to you, which technologies will be relevant, and what do you recommend to learn them?
Yeah. Very nice for the relevant situation, actually. So with the advancement in technology, there is an immense increase in the demand of electrical energy that has not only become a challenge for its production, but also in the distribution and management system. So this rising demand is growing the complexities of power grids by increasing requirement for greater reliability, greater efficiency, excellent security, and also environmental and energy sustainability concerns. So these feature in a power grid towards smartness, which eventually known as the today's concept of intelligent electrical grid. So this is a conceptual technique. Smart features are implemented in order to increase the distribution system of electricity very efficiently, more reliably, and with a sustainable aspect. I am trying to project an overview of the smart grids with its features and its different aspects on power distribution industry, which has been attempted. It also explained that how these technologies could emerge, a change and an environmental impact, and have a potential to evolve and strengthen the distribution system. And also it provides a total challenge in the utilization of energy in an economical, environmental friendly way. And the evolution of the smart grid concept has potential to meet all future needs and utilization of energy as best as possible by reducing the carbon emission and integrating with the renewable energy mix. So it can bring a total considerable change in the conventional grid and consumer behavior towards the utilization of energy by improving reliability, efficiency, and 24/7 quality of power supply delivery. So the governmental policies are needed to be integrated, facilitate the smart grid implementation. I am also trying to point out the need of modernization of conventional grid and how these particular researchers are implementing the smart grid concept for an electrical power distribution network. Still, there's a lot of potential available for improving and implementation concept as it is just the start of the new era of the modern grid technology. That means a lot of scope is there for not only students, for the emerging researchers also in this particular domain, using the most upgraded technologies like machine learning, deep learning, etc. So it is also still difficult to predict that how far the research in smart grid is required to fully implement this particular concept. But recent researchers like smart meter, demand side management, self-healing technology, and big data and analytics will be the source of encouragement in smart grid technology in several applications. The overall technology picture of Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and also the edge analytics play a total crucial role as to do what other technologies could do in the typical environment conditions. So this is what my suggestion is for the researchers, for the students, and also for the upcoming engineers to take up this particular platform in a very big way.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. See, you have rightly touched the points, the IT OT gap, the information technology, the OT gap, which are the future emerging stack where it has
Yeah,
to work together,
yeah,
and rightly relevant you have shared, especially for the engineerings or freshers and also the professionals. Definitely your advice will be beneficiary to for them to make a good career, especially in the electrical engineers who can learn these technologies and look after the career opportunities.
yeah, very nice.
So, so what are the challenges, opportunities, and also the future directions, especially this and the smart grid technology employable in the digital platform? Can you share some insights on that?
Yes. So good question actually. So the smart grid is the future grid which solves the problems of unidirectional information flow, energy wastage which is happening today, growing energy demand, and reliability and security in the traditional power grid. The digital technology provides connectivity anywhere, anytime in the domain. It also helps smart grid by providing the small devices or the IoT devices such as sensors, actuators, even the smart meter itself, which also acts as a device for monitoring, analysis, and controlling the grid, as well as the connectivity, automation, and tracking of such devices. So this realizes the IoT aided smart grid system, which supports and improves various network functionality at the power generation, power transmission, power distribution, and power utilization. Firstly, from the perspective of the standardization, there are various standards for IoT and SG. However, the IoT aided SG system, that means integrated together as a whole on a holistic platform, there's a lack of standardization. Hence, it is very important to tackle this particular and take into account the standardization of the IoT aided SG system. Secondly, from the perspective of application, very less work has been done on the application of IoT driven SG system. Thirdly, from the perspective of architecture and also from the engineering and design angle, a major focus of the existing architecture is on generic layered architecture and HAN, that is home area network architecture, mainly for remote controlling and managing home appliances. So the layered architectures are generic architectures that do not cover many important aspects of smart grids, such as all the network, that is, the HAN, NAN, and WAN, home area, neighbor area, and wide area network, and systems, that is power generation, power transmission, power distribution, and power consumption. So therefore, there is a total need of designing a new reference architecture for IoT aided smart grid systems and consider these specific aspects in that architectural phenomenon. Fourthly, which is very important, there are not many published prototypes for the IoT aided SG systems, and the available ones are very, very simple. Also, there are no easily available open source test beds and simulation tools to enable the experimentation and performance evaluation technique on the IoT aided smart grid systems. Both these aspects of prototyping need to be considered, and apart from the application, architectures and prototypes, there are many other issues on IoT aided SG systems that require serious attention and consideration, such as the interoperability and integration of devices, big data analytics, huge data handling, security, that is privacy, data integrity, confidentiality of data, trust, etc. So the communication network congestion is another important thing actually. In summary, IoT aided SG system is an integration of two emerging and promising worlds, that is the IoT and SG. So there has already been a significant work done in the domain of IoT aided SG system, which I tried to present here, but there is much more to be done, much more to be materialized for the better and complete realization of the IoT aided SG system. I think this probably will answer the questions which you have asked with regards to the future trends in the smart grid technology. One thing I would like to add here is the most important concern here is the ATC losses in the distribution system. That is, the aggregated technical and commercial losses, which could be definitely minimized by using the MDMS and also smart meter analytics on a digital platform. Thank you, sir. This is what I could tell you about it.
Yeah, thank you. You have touched the right relevant points, the challenges, and then absolutely the need of the future systems. So thank you, Bala sir, for coming to the show and sharing your insights, valuable insights, and then definitely the audience and then who are listening to that will carry forward a lot of insights, information, and definitely they will help, like especially to the students and to the professionals taking your guidance or take you, and then definitely they will be also can reach out to you and if they have any further questions. And thank you, sir, again coming once again for coming to the show.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to share my thoughts and experiences in respect of the digital technology relevant for smart grids and smart meter application. Thank you so much, sir.
To the audience, stay tuned for more industry insights on Digital Transformation Industry 4.0. We are coming up with more industry experts. Today, we have covered more on the utilities and the challenges and the future insights. Thank you all.